Hi, it's Jennie and Laurie of Astropath. Today we're talking about those of you who were born during the Crescent Moon Phase, which is the second of 8 phases of the moon. Tell us more about that astronomically, Jennie.
Astronomically, let's see. The crescent moon is when that moon is starting to pull away from the sun. It's moving further along in the zodiac signs, which we'll show you an example of. But with astronomy, what we're going to be seeing is this is when you can see that beautiful little crescent up in the sky, and you're not going to be able to see it till the afternoon or the evening. That's how you know it's new. It's basically the sun is going to be ahead of the moon by about an hour. So you'll see the sun rise in the morning, and then you won't see the moon because it's coming up behind it. So it's not until that afternoon or evening you'll see it.
Okay, so let's open up, just to explain to you, to make it clear so that you can see and determine for yourself whether you were born at the crescent moon. If you were born at the crescent moon, for our example, we've got the sun at 0 degrees of Aries. Now, if you were born at the crescent moon, we will find the moon at anywhere between 45 and 90 degrees ahead of the sun. At anywhere between the sun and 45 degrees is the new moon, and then between 45 and 90 degrees will be the crescent moon. Okay, so let's pretend your moon is there. So what you need to know to figure that out, what you need to remember is there's 30 degrees in each sign. So simply counting out 30 degrees and then 30 more degrees and then 30 more degrees will bring you exactly to 90. So somewhere between that 45 and 90, that means you were born at the crescent moon. Is that clear?
Well, here in our example chart, what if you were born at the sun, 0 Aries, you had a crescent moon phase, it would have to be beyond 15 degrees of Taurus.
Yeah.
Between 15 degrees of Taurus and 0 Cancer. So that
right, 0 Cancer. So I put that in the wrong place there, didn't I? So it would have been here. Okay.
That gives you some idea. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as long as you know that there's 30 degrees in a sign, and you know for the crescent moon, it has to be 45 to 90 degrees ahead of the sun. You're always going counterclockwise when you're looking at the movement of these planets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're thinking about the cycle here, this is when the moon is growing in light. We're seeing that crescent in the afternoon is starting to grow in light. So that's the symbolism we're looking at, right, Laurie?
Right, exactly. So, if you think of this as, I like to think of it as, that we live through series of lifetimes. This would be the second in a series. And now that seed that was planted at the new moon is growing. And we're at a point where the casing of that seed is breaking. So what does that mean for the personality? The casing of the seed is breaking. What does that indicate if I was born at the crescent moon? What does that say about me?
Well, it's often characterized with this idea that you're trying to move forwards. You're moving forwards into your life. And there might be some challenge to that, but really the attitude is sort of excitement. Like, okay, I'm pushing through the soil. I'm not quite sure what where the light is, but I know I'm going towards it. So there's this kind of this momentum that's growing. And that's kind of the general attitude of this idea of momentum growing. It's in the seasons, it's when you're going to see that little bud, that little green shoot starting to come up through the soil, and it's exciting, it's interesting. Like, oh my God, what's going to grow from that? So that's
it's an instinctual growth because it doesn't have the clarity of vision yet. It's just moving on instinct. And that can say a lot about a person. You're moving forward in your life from a point of instinctual movement.
Yeah. And I think some more of the challenge that's associated with a crescent moon is the idea as that, to continue using the plant metaphor, it's breaking out of that seed casing, as you said. And what that symbolizes in a personality is the need to break away from the past, the need to kind of just grow through and cut some of your dependencies. And that's where some of the challenge lies, is this challenge around maturing and like kind of cutting those things and pulling away and just stepping into yourself with some confidence. That's what we're looking at. That's what the personality is trying to do in the lifetime. So
I
that's a
like
good way to
that.
think about it.
I like that. Yeah. I also think that with the crescent moon, there's a lot of curiosity involved. It's like, where might I be going? Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a little bit of like, oh, I've got to let go of the safety of that seed casing, but there's the curiosity of where will this movement bring me?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think about in the mythological sense, or like in a fairy tale, this might be the part where the hero's left home and is out, on the journey, and they're starting to like gather things from helpers along the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
gather the magic beads from this person. It's that part of the journey, if you want to think about it that way.
Right. That's awesome. That I love how you said that. The other thing I want to say is that we all resonate with the phase we were born during. So the next time there is a new moon, give it like, what is it, 3.5 days
Yeah.
after the new moon will be the crescent moon. Go outside, find that little tiny crescent, and really you will feel it. You will feel your resonance to it, much like we feel the resonance to our birthday. We feel the resonance each month to the phase of the moon that we're born during. So get out there and enjoy it. The crescent moon is such a lovely, beautiful little thing to see.
Yeah, it really is. And hopefully, one of our goals with these videos is just that you're fleshing out a little bit more about your sun and moon. This is giving information about how they relate together. And that's information about how your kind of inner, more contemplative world and your external reality mesh together. And that's what we're kind of looking at, is bringing those things together so you're moving into a coherent forward direction.
Absolutely. That sounds great. Okay, are we ready to close down?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Listen to the next one if you know anyone born at the first quarter moon.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.